about what you say is what you see. And throughout the month, the scripture has been coming to my mind over and over again. And that's in the book of Mark 11:23. Mark 11:23. Therefore, verily I say unto you that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
What you say is what you see. That scripture kept coming again and again. That what you say is actually more powerful than your prayers. When I heard that word spoken by God's servant Kenneth Copeland, I was shocked. How can you say that what I say is more powerful than my prayers? He said, because you spend more time saying than you spend time praying. He said, so when you pray, you can negate that prayer when you are saying, when you are talking. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
And then he went on to describe, you're praying for a breakthrough, you're praying for whatever you're praying for, and by the time you meet with your friends, you are having a gist, and you say, this country is too hard. Things are not working in this country. Someone cannot have a breakthrough in this country. Say, you have negated the prayer you have prayed in the morning. I said, wow. And he went on, he also mentioned about marriages. So some ladies will say there are no men out there when they are talking. But then when they are praying, they are saying, God, give me a man to marry. But when they are talking and gisting, they say there's no man again. The good men have been taken. There is no one man that you can rely on. He says, so that talk has negated the prayer. Praise the Lord. But we are going further this evening to visions and dreams. Visions and dreams. And I define a vision as a mental picture of a preferred future. A mental picture of a future. Because it's a mental picture, then it then states that it's a function of the mind. Praise the Lord. Vision is a function of our mind. Understanding how the mind works can only be seen from scriptures. And the book of Genesis 11:6. That the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do. Said, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Praise the Lord. Nothing shall be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. So whatever we can imagine, imagination is image formation. The image we form in our mind. God said it will happen. Whatever image that we form in our mind, it will eventually happen. I just want you to imagine as though you are sleeping and then you are in a dream and Jesus came to you in that dream and gave you a box and he said, this box, take it, it will make you wealthy. it will make you successful. Anything you do with this box will work. And then you are rejoicing that, thank God, I have the box. This is the box that makes everything happen. So whatever you want to become, you can become with this box. And they gave it to you. And suddenly you woke up out of that dream. The first thing you are looking for is the box. And where is the box? The box is here. So whatever we want to become is in this box. If we use it rightly, if we understand how it works, we can become anything, absolutely anything. This box can make us. Bible speaking in the book of Proverbs 23:7. It said, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. As he thinketh in his heart. Our life is what our thought makes it. So where we are today is a product of our thoughts yesterday. So where we will be tomorrow will be a product of what we are thinking today. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
So as we believe God for a change, because this night I want us to trust God for a change of level. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
But that change will only come as we change our mind, as we change our thinking. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Somebody said we become what we contemplate. Another man said the mind is everything. What you think, you become. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. A man is what he thinks all day long. And somebody has said, he said, more gold, diamond has been mined from the mind of men than the ground. The Facebook is from a mind, Amazon is from a mind, Instagram is from a mind. So people have made more wealth from their mind than we have made from oil or diamond or gold. They have made more. You see Goldman Sachs, you see Berkeley's, you see, they are not trading anything than the mind. They are only putting the mind to work. And sometimes I imagine, or maybe we should imagine, that right now you woke up at home, sleeping, and you actually dreamt 20 years in front. Imagine all you have seen for the past 20 years has been a dream. And you woke up. Some of you probably wake up in Nigeria. And when you wake up, you ask for your phone. And you see a Nokia 3310. And you see Motorola. You're like, where's my iPhone? They said, what is iPhone? And you said, can I check my Facebook? They said, your book? You mean your notebook? He said, no, my Facebook. He said, no, there's nothing like that. And you start wondering, what is going on? So I've been dreaming. I'm sure instantly you begin to position yourself. And you say, okay, I want to buy something on Amazon. They say, is it Amazon Jungle? Because people are looking at you that, where are you coming from? So suddenly if you are backward 20 years, you see every idea that people have traded. You probably want to go and say, I want to put all my money in Apple straight away. Because you know that Apple is going to create iPhone 1, iPhone 2, iPhone 3. You even use iPhone 10 with 3 cameras. You saw it. It's like, so where's the iPhone? It's not in existence. You quickly go and put all your money in there because you know it is coming. Praise the Lord. So the same way, I want you to look at least 10 years in front and see what will change. And then position yourself rightly. All the men of wealth today, all they have done is positioning themselves. They have taken advantage and they have positioned themselves. I remember years back on TV, there are so many adverts, so many guys criticizing hackers. That you enter a store, you cannot see what you want to buy. That you have to go on something and type and find it, and then somebody goes inside the store. They say, what is this man thinking? But the man's so ahead. Now virtually every store you go to, that's what you do. They don't have the space to display anything on the shelf anymore. The space is now limited. Everybody is now shopping online. Agnos has seen what will happen after. Even though it was not online, it was in shop, but it was like online. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
People never attain what they cannot see. Whatever you cannot see with your mind, it cannot come into your hand. And we have to change as things change. I was listening to a man of God, Rob Carpenter. I don't know if you know him. He's in the US. He said there was a man in his church. He said the man was the highest tither in the church. So the man was an architect. He was drawing with his hands. He was drawing skyscrapers. This man was wealthy. He said, but suddenly they brought AutoCAD into the system. You now design with the card, with the computer. He said the man refused to change. He decided that this is the way I've been doing it. This is the way I will continue to do it. He said for a couple of years it was relevant. And suddenly it became irrelevant. That his fund went down. He went into depression. And there is nothing to be written of him again. Because he refused to change with the wind of change. Praise the Lord. Benjamin Franklin said something that shocked me, but it's scriptural. He said, blessed is he that expects nothing, for he shall receive it. Blessed is he that expects nothing, for he shall receive it. It was a bit shocking. But as I began to think and think over and over, I said, this man is right. Blessed is he that expects nothing, for he shall receive it. And I've often said something that has been said by my mentor, Bishop David Oyedepo. He said, you cannot take poor and mistakenly become rich. He said, it's impossible. He said, people don't become rich by mistake. He said, you cannot take poor and mistakenly become rich. It does not happen. You cannot take poor and mistakenly become rich. So everything is based on our thought. So tonight I want to encourage us, I want to challenge us to change our thinking. To change our thinking. Because once you change what you think, you will change your life. And then two things goes together. When you change what you think, then you change what you say. Because what you say is what you see. And it's what you do. So it begins from the thought. Praise the Lord. And one pastor rightly said, he said, words are outspoken thoughts. When I heard it, I had to rewind. What did this man say? He said, words are outspoken thoughts. And I said, this man is right. The words that we speak, and it's scriptural. Out of the abundance of heart, the mouth speaketh. Said, the words are outspoken thoughts. I'm sure you have heard somebody say, I'm thinking aloud. Thinking aloud. So that means what you think is what you say, and what you say is what you see. Praise the Lord. So everything connects, but it starts from the thoughts. It starts from what we think. And two ways that I believe we can change our thoughts is by changing the information we receive. Like informations like this, they are the ones that make us to change our mind. So you change your thoughts by the information you receive. You also change your thoughts by your association, the people you associate with. I don't know if you know a man called Anthony Robbins. It's a motivational speaker. Another speaker met him. The guy wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. So when they met together in a conference, the man told Tony Robbins, he said, I'm not making money, I'm now in my millions. I'm making probably $1 million per year. But I know that you made 156 million per year. He said, how do you do it? And Tony Robbins asked him, he said, who are your friends? He said, all my friends are millionaires. He said, change them to billionaires. He said, when you change those friends to billionaires, you will think like a billionaire, and then you become a billionaire.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord. So association. So your company determines your accomplishment. The company you keep determines your accomplishment. If you keep company with, praise the Lord. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. So you have to change your company. And Bible speaking in the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 23. It said, more than anything you guard, it said, protect your mind, for life flow from it. More than anything, it said, protect your mind. Another version said, be careful how you think. Your life is shaped by your thoughts. Be careful how you think. And we know King James. He said, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Keep your heart with all diligence, every time, every minute, every moment. Keep that heart. For out of it are the issues of life. Out of it are the occurrences of life. Out of it are the happenings of life. And as we know, even God thinks. Therefore, I know the thought that I think towards you. They are thoughts of good and not of evil. To give you an expected end. Because sometimes when we become Christian, we want to suspend our mind and become spiritual. And say you don't need to think. But he said, oh, I know the thoughts that I think towards you. So God is a thinker. God is thinking. So if God is thinking, why are we not going to be thinking? So for I know those thoughts that I think towards you, they are thoughts of good and not of evil. There is a virus going on in town. And I've heard one or two people say God has sent it so that he can win more souls, so that he can subdue some nations that are powerful, to show them that he's stronger. I said, it is not scriptural. For I know a man called John Alexander Dowie. In his days, there was a virus like this. And it was killing people and killing his church members. And he was doing burial ceremony on a daily basis. And then he sat with God one day in the Bible. And he read how God anointed Jesus of Nazareth. And he went about doing good and healing all them that were oppressed of the devil. He said, healing all them that were oppressed of the devil. So that means devil is the oppressor, Jesus is the healer. So this sickness cannot come from God. And the man rose up. He went to one of the members. That one was sick, ready to die. Began to pray. That God, you anointed Jesus of Nazareth. He went about doing good, healing all them. He began to pray, and that one was healed. He went to another one who was healed. Everybody started rushing to him. And after a couple of months, that plague faded away. So things like this, we have seen it before. it is not from God. Because if you think it is from God, then you cannot pray against it. The first thing the devil wants to do is for you to think it's from God. Someone told me he had a dream and he saw something fell down from heaven, and that was a disease that spread. I said, if you understand, you know there is a way things come. But if you understand the scripture, you know that there are different kind of heavens. You know that in the heavens there are principalities and powers. So they are the one that threw it down. But he saw it thinking it was from God. Praise the Lord. We know that they are there. If you understand the Bible, the prince of Persia is there. They are in the heavens as well, sir. The first heaven, the second heaven, the third heaven. We know. So even if it drops from heaven, it's not from God. Praise the Lord. And I pray that none of us will be a victim of it. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen. And we cover everyone with the blood of Jesus. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I've had one word from a man of God, and that word has stayed with me over the years. He said you can escape your current circumstances on the canvas of your imagination. He said that's the only way to escape. Don't think as though you are still in that situation. Change your thinking. For the things that we think, they are magnets. We ourselves, we are living magnets. We attract what we think. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. We attract our thoughts. And that brings me to the story of an elephant. When you have a baby elephant, it's called a calf. And when that calf starts growing up, they will put a stick, like a peg, on the ground, and they put a rope on the leg of that calf. So as long as that calf wants to move, when that peg is nailed down, the calf will not be able to move because the calf is not strong enough to pull that peg out. So it starts growing up. A day, 1 month, as the calf gets bigger, when it comes back, they put the rope. As long as they try to move, and the rope is there. Once the rope is there, the calf believes it cannot move. But when the calf now grows up to become an elephant, they will still put that rope on his leg and put the peg down, and it will stay where he is, thinking it cannot move. So what is stopping that elephant? The thought. So sometimes the limitation that we see, they only exist in our mind. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. And that took me to a word. He said, there is nothing impossible. Only the things we think are impossible because we think they are impossible. I was on the train when that word came to me. He said, there is nothing impossible. But what you think is impossible will be impossible because you think it is impossible. And Bible speaking, all things are possible to him that believeth. And I wonder how many things that we have lost because of our thought of impossibilities. Years back, people have said a man cannot fly. For some Wright brothers, 1903, they began to say, we can fly a plane. And they began to fly a plane. People died. When they were practicalizing it, people died. People lost their life. They flipped. They couldn't drop again. But they kept on. They kept on believing that we can fly. And I'm sure every one of us here have flown in the plane before. Because somebody thinks it is possible. And some people say, if God wants us to fly, He will give us wings. But the man said, no, forget about God now. Let us deal with the situation. God cannot expect us to cross from America to Nigeria on boats from... No. This God is a big God. So they began to pursue. Different things were done. And now we have it so cheaply. When we were doing car, people said, no, a man cannot travel 30 miles per hour. If he travels 30 miles per hour, he will go crazy. But now, how do we travel? We travel 70. 100. We travel, some people 200. Praise the Lord. All because some people thought it is possible. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Before, if you want to take a picture, before, you know the process. You go to a dark room. You will go to Brother Photo. You will post in his photography shop. You will take your picture. Maybe 1 week after, you will see it. Praise the Lord. And if you don't like it, you go back again. Yeah, another 1 week again. You put it in the dark room. There is no light in there. Then you see negative. But now, what do? We take a picture with the phone, and you can send that phone straight away to the US, to anywhere in the world, instantly. Because somebody thought it is possible. And the person pursued it and made it possible. So, what do we want to make possible? I remember when I was young, when we were watching TV, you have to get up to go and press the button. That will tell you to change the channel, and then you go there and press. But now, do we press it anymore? The remote. Some of us even use voice control. Now we have Alexa at home. Praise the Lord. I'm just trying to show us how things have changed. Things are changing. So where do we plug into that change? How can we plug in? And not just be a beneficiary of the change, but also one of the people, the agent of change. Praise the Lord. So I want us to think of things that are possible. I saw a man one time. He was a member of Joel Austin's church. And Joel Austin was there praying for this man. He was about to walk on a rope. On a rope, a tiny rope, like a string. He was going to walk on it across 2 towers. About 20 floors here, 20 floors here. And there's a road that cars are driving underneath it. And this man stood there and he was doing it. Walking on a rope 20 floors high. Because he thinks he can do it. So there's nothing that a man can conceive that he cannot achieve. Only if you can conceive it, you can achieve it. But sometimes when you conceive certain things, so many stories will come and you drop it. Praise the Lord. So I want us to work on our expectations. What do you expect? I want us to do something. I want us to write what we want to see in 10 years' time. Because 10 years' time will come. 2030 will come. What do you want to see in 2030? Praise the Lord. What do you want to see by 2030? If you have 10 years to your age now, I'm sure you know how old you will be. Some of us will still be 21. Praise the Lord. I'm sure some people are going to 60. Some are going to 50. So by that age, what do you want to see? I want to encourage us tonight to put 10 things down that you want to see when you get old. Put 10 things down that you want to see in 10 years' time. Praise the Lord. Yeah. Or as you put those 10 things down, put something down about the kingdom. What do you want to see in the church in 10 years' time? How do you position yourself in the kingdom in 10 years' time? In 10 years' time, do you want to be able to sit down and write a check of £1 billion and give it to the church? To any church of your choice. Because you are so rich, you are so blessed that you can give £1 billion. In 10 years' time, how many souls do you want to register in your own account? That God, I have won these numbers of souls. Praise the Lord. Say, seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all other things will be added. So I want the number one thing on that list to be a kingdom dream, a kingdom vision in 10 years' time. Write something about your children. What do you want to see them do in 10 years' time? In university or out of university. You can even name the university that you want. In 10 years' time, you want to run your own business. Maybe you are working for somebody now. You want to run your own business 10 years time. How many staff do you want to have? Picture it. Because whatever you think, you will see. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. What position, if you are a career person, what position do you want to be in that career? Praise the Lord. Some of you can write, I want to celebrate our 20 years of marriage, our 10 years of marriage. If you write it down, you will see it. Praise the Lord. If you write it down, you will see it. That this is what I want to see in 10 years' time. I want to celebrate 15 years. I want to celebrate 20, 30. Praise the Lord. As I round up, the book of Matthew 24:14, he said, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. I'm going back again to that number one. Have a kingdom dream. Have something for the kingdom. 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 2 Corinthians 5:18, he said he has given us the ministry of reconciliation. Have a dream for the vision. Let us begin to pray as we sit down. Just begin to thank God for his word. Begin to appreciate him. That Lord, help me to change my thinking. Help me to change my thinking. Help me to change my thinking. Help me to change my thinking and so change my life. Help me to change my thinking. Hosanna, Hosanna. In the name of Jesus, every thought of impossibilities, we erase it, we uproot them from our life in the name of Jesus. Lord, begin to drop thoughts and ideas into our mind that will change the world in the name of Jesus. Lord, help us and guide us as we go. Lord, bless us in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
know that you know, because almost all of us that are here, we are spiritual people. The spiritual controls the physical. The Bible says that it is the Lord your God that giveth you power to get wealth. You know, when the man of God was preaching, I was just like, the best thing is for me to just listen to that message again and again. Praise the living Jesus. We are going to be giving our offering now, and please let the envelope go around, please. Praise God.
Hallelujah.
Now